International Journal of Health Policy and Management. Quality and speed are our culture and the keys to our success. Welcome to the audio summary section of the International Journal of Health Policy and Management.
Good morning, Dr. Phyllida, Travis, and myself, Viroj, Tangcharoensathien, has published a paper in International Journal of Health Policy and Management in last few months. And the title is Accelerate the Implementation of the WHO Global Code of Practice on International Recruitment of Health Personnel. Draw into account experience from the Southeast Asia region. As you might know, recently a few weeks ago in September in New York, in United Nations General Assembly, it has adopted a political commitment to achieve sustainable development goals. And as you see in the PowerPoint, there are 17 goals, for which health is one of the 7 SDG. One health goal is ensure that countries, United Nations member states will ensure healthy lives and promote well-being of all at all stages. On health goals in the SDG, I'd like to draw your attention on the 2 critical targets. Targets 3.8 is to achieve universal health coverage, USC, and target 3C, which is an overarching targets to ensure that country will focus on improving and strengthen qualifications of competent health workforce. You see that health workforce and universal health coverage are the most instrumental mechanism in achieving health goals in the Sustainable Development Goals. In Southeast Asia region, the country I know best, there are both shortage and maldistribution of health workforces. For example, in Myanmar, the total number of doctor, nurse, and midwife was 1.61 per 1,000 population, whereby the benchmark in achieving high level of coverage by the WHO 2006 report has provided a benchmark of 2.28. Bangladesh, the worst in terms of health workforce density, 0.58 doctor, nurse, and midwife per 1,000 Bangladeshi. This is critical, and it was further exacerbated by the maldistribution across rich and poor regions, across urban and rural areas, for which international migration also contribute to the loss of doctors and nurses from, for example, from Bangladesh, from India, from Myanmar to outside country. This paper is strategized in the context of the second reporting of the International Code of the WHO Global Code of Practice on International Migrant, International Recruitment of Health Personnel, for which its due date is 31st July 2015. We found that the paper found that the code is still very relevant. It fosters international solidarity, both source country and destination country. It promotes fair employment practice by the host country, the destination country. And also it recognizes the fact that it is the right of the workforce to migrate and settle. Also, the code supports expansion of training and retention of health workforce. We found that there was a slow implementation in Southeast Asia region. For example, only 3 out of 11 countries in Southeast Asia had nominated a national focal point. Further, only 2 out of 11 countries has implemented and shared information on the recruitment and migration of your workforce in the first reporting of the code. Countries are very diverse. For example, in Timor, in Maldives, and in Bhutan. These are three small in terms of population size, a few 100,000. So there is a limited capacity and low economy of scale to produce locally doctors, but they also do produce nurses and other health workforces. We found that bilateral agreement with neighboring country to train doctor is one of the critical entry point in terms of limited capacity in production in these small countries. Indonesia and Thailand are the two countries having self-reliant on training of its health workforce. And also the code was translated into Bahasa and Thai, and they were widely distributed throughout the country in Indonesia and Thailand. Also, we found that in Indonesia there was a Gto G, government-to-government mechanisms between Indonesia and Japan in managing the migration of the nurses. Virtual Southeast Asia region in New Delhi played critical role in supporting the code. For example, there was a regional strategy on strengthening health workforce education training 2014-2015, and it was adopted by the Southeast Asia Regional Committee resolution in 2014. By this resolution, a decade for health workforce strengthening between 2015-2024 were adopted, and also member states are committed to report the progress of the Regional Committee resolution on this resolution every 2 years starting in 2016 into the next decade. A few challenges, for example, immigration to destination country it's not difficult to capture data on in-migration, but out-migration from Southeast Asia region countries to source country is quite difficult to capture data unless there was a Gto G mechanisms. So in conclusion, and we like to recommend that there's a need for data sharing of in and out migration across countries who are host country and who are destination countries, for which the code is the only instrument for such data sharing. Need country commitment by appointing national focal point, by comprehensive review of the progress, and focusing both domestic and international migration. And finally, WHO need to increase awareness and accelerate a workforce agenda in the region, and also proactively involved in the monitoring progress of the code for its implementation. Thank you for your attention.